You're listening to
Catholic Sprouts,
the daily podcast for Catholic kids that strives to plant seeds of faith. Hey there, Sprouts. Today is Thursday, January 14th, 2021. This week on the Catholic Sprouts podcast, we are examining this question that is central to the lives of all Christians. Who is Jesus? And what is the proof for the fact that he is God and the Messiah? So we've already talked about the proof for him being God and Messiah by the fact that he heals, that he works on the Sabbath as only God can. We also see that he proves he is God because he is able to forgive sins. And today we are going to see another example, another proof that he is God, because he has the power to command nature. Now, all throughout the book of Psalms, which is basically the Jewish prayer book, a book of sung prayers, many of which were written by King David, all throughout that, they sing the praise of God and they recognize God alone as the creator of nature, but also the thing that can command and direct nature, controlling the wind and the sea. There are also some great examples from the Old Testament when amazing things happened to the natural world. For example, after God used Moses to lead the Israelites out of slavery in Egypt, they came to the Red Sea. And of course, Pharaoh's heart had been hardened again, and he was coming out into the desert to reclaim his slaves. So the Israelites were trapped between Pharaoh's army and the Red Sea. But God commanded Moses, of course, to go and stretch his staff out over the sea. And the water became like a wall on each side, and the Israelites were able to pass through the sea on the dry land, the bottom of the sea. Amazing. Now, other amazing miracles of nature happened. One happened to the prophet Elijah. The prophet of Elijah lived during a time when many Israelites had forgotten the true God, and instead they were worshiping a false god named Baal. And Elijah came and challenged the priests of Baal to a competition. Whoever could call down fire from heaven and light a sacrifice on fire would prove that their God was the real God. And of course, the priests of Baal failed. But Elijah, through the power of God, called down an inferno nearly instantly, and the priests of Baal were put to death. Now, in both of these situations, amazing things happened, but both Moses and Elijah made it clear that it wasn't through their power that these amazing miracles of commanding nature happened. It was through God's power. They simply were cooperating. God had commanded Moses to go and raise his staff. And so this stands very different. It's very different from what Jesus does in the scriptures. There are a couple stories of Jesus on a boat or walking on the sea during a storm. One of my favorite stories is that the disciples are crossing the Sea of Galilee at night. And the Sea of Galilee is an interesting sea. It's very low. It's very far below sea level. And because of that, violent storms can kind of come up all at once. So they're crossing the sea at night. A terrible storm comes up all of a sudden. And Jesus is asleep. The disciples are panicking. They're pitching water out of the boat. They're screaming, "Jesus, Lord, wake up, help us." Finally, he does wake up, and very quickly, he rebukes the wind, the storm stops, and the sea is calm. Jesus makes it clear that he has done this through his own power. All of the Old Testament makes it clear that God alone has the power to command nature. So yet again, what is Jesus showing his disciples? What is he showing us? He is showing us that he is God. Now, the story taken from the Gospel of Mark ends with a powerful question, a question that we should know the answer to. Mark and all the disciples wonder, who is this man who can command the seas? And we know that this is, in fact, the God-man. God made man, the Messiah, Jesus Christ. So Sprouts, once again, your challenge is to pray the Jesus prayer, saying the name of Jesus 5 times. And today I would like you to really say this with a sense of awe and wonder. He is God. He is God. He has command over nature, over the winds, the sea, the snow, everything. So say his name with all your heart, with all the attention that you can pour into it, and true awe of God. That's it for Catholic Sprouts today. We'll be back tomorrow, but until then, continue to grow in your faith and truly sprout into the beautiful creation that God created you to be. Just one more thing. As we go through this series investigating who Jesus is, I invite you to recommit to Eucharistic adoration as a family or individually. Remember, Jesus Christ not only existed 2,000 years ago, but he is truly present in our churches, in our tabernacles, and in our monstrances during Eucharistic adoration. To support and encourage you to get back into the practice of Eucharistic adoration, we have deeply discounted all of our adoration materials, something for each member of the family, through the month of January. Please grab a resource or find whatever you need to get back and to worship Jesus Christ, truly present in the Eucharist.